Everyone says that you need to stand up on your dirt bike to have more control, but that's not always true, especially if you don't have proper standing position. And when it comes to sitting on the bike, where you sit will determine how much traction and control you have. So it's really easy if you're coming from a street bike or a mountain bike to just be really relaxed, which it's super important to be relaxed on the bike so you aren't riding tense and death gripping the bars. But if you're too relaxed and not moving your body when transitioning to corners or hills or just a new section with different terrain, you're going to lose control because you need to keep the weight of your body over the tires. A common habit that I see new riders make is sitting too far back on the bike, especially when coming into and going around a corner. So when you're too far back, this makes the rear end lower than the front end of the bike. And not only do you have less traction because there's less weight on the tire, so you're more likely to slide out, but this gives you that choppered effect. So the geometry of the bike makes it harder to steer when you're going around a corner. So if you go into, let's say, a tight corner at slow speeds, you need to shift forward, and then this puts weight on the front tire, which gives you more traction so that won't slide out, and it also lowers the front end, which makes it quicker and easier to turn at low speeds. And then when it comes to sitting side to side on the bike, generally, the less traction your front end has, the more you need to shift your core, your butt, from side to side based on where you're turning. So for example, you're up on the seat and you're taking a left turn, you might just sit there, you move forward, which helps, but if you're staying in the middle of the seat, your bike is more likely to lean over and tip into the corner, or the front end can still slide out a little bit. So what you want to do is, if you're turning left, you want your butt on the right side of the seat, so the outside. When you're doing that, you're looking down, you can see that your butt is centered over the tires. So that means you're putting weight over the tires as opposed to inside the tires, which if you're just riding straight, you generally want to be with your butt over the center of the foot pegs. This gives you that balanced position, which makes the front and rear suspension work properly. And this is just one of the basic techniques that I cover in my free guide that gives you more confidence so that you aren't afraid to ride basic trails or more challenging trails with your friends and family. Now that you know where to sit, you need to know where to stand, because you can have more control if you're standing in the right position. Subscribe or click here if the next video is already out. I'm Kelly Fager from Motocross Hideout. Please share this with a friend so that you can stay safe and have fun riding.